Good morning, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to today's video. Today I am super excited for. Not only are we starting in the lovely garage with the Daily Drifter, what we're doing with the drift car today is just so fun. We're going night drifting, which I haven't been night drifting in months. The last time we did, I don't think the car was wrapped and I had no idea what I was doing. Little did I know that this is no longer like a 40-mile-an-hour drift. This, to my knowledge, is like a 90-plus-mile-an-hour drift. Today, or technically tomorrow, we're taking this thing up to OSW to race around the infamous OSW oval, and I'm terrified for multiple reasons. Number one, this is one of the tracks that I'm most likely to crash at because the oval is extraordinarily sketchy if you don't really know what you're doing, aka just me. But I need to practice on it because we do have a pro-am event there in just about 2 months. So we're gonna bring the car over there today, and it should be kind of fun. We have Veronica here helping us. She's going to assist us in towing the car down there, or technically up there today. But before we can hit the track, we are going to do a full bolt check and make sure that this car is actually good to run because we've made some minor modifications since then, broken a tie rod and a few other parts. So we need to make sure that the car can actually drive before we hit the track tomorrow. Give ourselves some space. Check the bolts. Yep, they're attached.
Oh my god, no. Go grab wrenches.
Okay, so Veronica just taught me something very interesting that I have absolutely no idea what the hell is happening, but the whole point of running at OSW this weekend is to figure out how the car is gonna react during comp. So we have to set up a lot of the stuff, like the front shocks and all that. And she seems to be an expert with a lot of this stuff. And she was just explaining to me how preload works on coilovers.
Yeah, so pretty much what you do is you get this bottom locking nut to where it's touching, making contact with the spring, and then you want to make this top one adjusted to where there's a gap. It's the width of your wrench. That's why they make these wrenches those 4mm, because that's a natural preload. So you'll tighten this one up to where it's touching, and then you'll take your wrench, tighten your top one until you have that gap again, and then that's when you lock it down to be natural preload. If you want a tighter suspension setup, then you obviously adjust it bigger than this gap. Looser will be less of a spring, but that won't be stock. So that would be your stock starting height of preload.
Right now this is set at the stock preload. We're gonna stiffen it up just a smidge, and then we should be good. This, hopefully.
Take this off though before we drop it down.
We're not doing a bolt check on the rear. What's that face for?
We're not doing a bolt check on the rear? Oh my god.
No, so my thought process, the only thing we're gonna touch on the back tire there is once we do a few laps and we figure out what feels good and what doesn't, we're gonna pull the tire off, and then that's when we're gonna mess with preload on the rear shock. In the meantime, we don't need to pull and check the rear, because I just did the brake calipers on that. Everything is fine, I think.
No.
NASCAR.
I was literally just thinking about like this point with NASCAR.
Yeah, this shock is loose. That's lovely. Alright, so after my small protest on not doing the rest of the bolt checks after we just did the preload, Veronica went ahead and finished the rest of the bolt stuff. And during that process, she discovered the locking bolts for the control arm were completely off. You could spin them with your hand, so that's got that taken care of. But for the most part, everything else seems to check out okay. Now we just gotta get the rest of my equipment loaded, like my race suit, helmet, and all that stuff, but we're gonna do that in the morning alongside loading the trailer, and then we could finally make our way out to the lovely Orlando Speed World, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous at the moment. This is gonna be fun. But anyways, I'll see you in the morning. All right, and there is no day quite like a good old-fashioned drift day. I am so excited. It is currently 11:17, and we gotta head out in just about an hour, and I'm so excited and also so nervous. Because if you've ever seen FD Orlando, the outer zone for turn 1 is like on the wall. There's no room for error at all.
Rookie coming in. Whoa, massive angle from TL. Oh, doctor, look at that. Massive.
And that's how we're gonna run in Pro-Am this season. So I gotta like push the wall to get a feel for that. So when we actually are going and competing in 2 months, then we'll get kind of like a sort of feel for that. And yeah, it's not gonna be fun. But anyways, we're about to head out. Let's get the car fired up and make our way up and get this car in a trailer. Nice little cold start. Hell yeah. Oh, I'm so excited. Now, we gotta get this car on the trailer and moving relatively quickly because we're a little bit behind on schedule. What's not new here. We're gonna grab some lunch on the way there and then we can get it loaded on the trailer. Can I just get a 12-count nugget and a large fry, please? The most important stop of the day, gotta be food. Top choice, Chick-fil-A. Yes, sir.
I like your
Thank you, I appreciate it. Yeah, we're on the way to actually load it up on a trailer and go to Orlando Speed World, like right now. But I appreciate it. Have a good one. And right on cue, we're pulling up just in time to load this car on the trailer. I'm actually very excited. We just gotta grab the, I mounted the keys on the roll cage, so. Wait, I didn't lose the gate keys. I still lost them anyways. Lovely.
Just keep it straight. You're perfect.
Just like that, we're on.
Come on in, let's go. Yeah! Let's go!
I see the oval all the way down there. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little nervous right now. My heart rate's a little bit on the high side. After the first lap, we'll be good. We're gonna warm up on the skid pad, I think, depending on like the time stamps and all that of like when we can go out on track. We'll be fine.
Well, let's hope so. If not, we got the winch.
Well, no, the winch is broken.
We got enough people here to push. Pre-planning to break down.
Well, that's the life of owning a Ford. All right, we're finally at the track. We're just unloading the car now. We're gonna do a track walk. One of our buddies, Pedro, is coming over to kind of show us the ropes on everything, because this is his home layout. He knows this best. He's another one of the FD Pro-Am drivers, so this is his turf. So we're gonna see if he can give us any pointers on like actually driving, and I've gotta keep my eye out to see if there's a tire changing station, because we might be screwed on that.
Once you like do the first transition and you hear the bop, because that's sucked.
All right, so we're gonna bottom out the suspension. That's lovely. All right, so after a quick driver's meeting with this car and getting fully teched, we are all good to go. I'm very, very, very nervous right now. It seems that C class is gonna go first, which I believe is supposed to be the beginner class. So it's looking like we're gonna just jump on the oval. That's gonna be a hell of a way to warm up. Let's get suited up.
All right. Okay.
Is it 2 laps or 1?
Roughly 2.
2? Okay. God, this is steep.
Yeah, it is.
Try that again. There goes my tire.
I was gonna say, that felt like a tire.
That was fast. That's actually not as bad as I thought. I'm not gonna lie. I was a little scared at first, but that was not bad at all. I definitely need to push it closer to the wall on that, but we were throwing up some clouds. I'm happy with that. Oh my Atlanta. Bro.
Oh my God, dude.
I thought something popped. I guess I was right. My tire is done. That was fast. maybe. All right, we're taking a small little break right now. The track is currently cold. We've only been able to get in like 6 laps so far because this track, the way it's set up, it's really hard to get like proficient amount of laps without blowing off the tire. So far we've done, I think, a total of, 6 laps exactly, and we're gonna go out and try and do 2 more, but I guarantee you the tires are gonna blow off at least 1.5 laps in. And I can tell you, I'm physically exhausted, but that oval is a lot more fun and a lot less scary than I thought. This has been a blast. All right, we're going back out, people. Let's get some night drifting in. I'm loving this oval. The tires are gonna blow off on this lap, but that's fine. Alright, so we're doing another tire change, but this time we're switching tire compounds to something a lot more grippy. So I'm curious to see how these things hold up. I might snap an axle with these, but we'll find out. We definitely burnt these up a little bit. These are a little bit on the rare side of cooked. And then the other side is just slightly worse. Definitely showing a little cord there, but we're rolling through tires tonight. This is a first. You guys have seen like my previous videos, you know that I've never rolled through tires like this. This is incredible. I'm having a great time. Something broke. That's not good. All right, so we've run into a little bit of a small issue at the moment. The car threw itself into limp mode, basically. Not full limp mode, but the ABS light came on. I don't know what's exactly happening. Thankfully, Veronica is taking a quick look with the scanner and seeing what the hell's happening. We'll see what good old-fashioned ChatGPT says.
It's wiring.
All right,
The other one, the EVAP leak, if you have check engine light on,
Yeah.
you might have busted your carbon canister.
Veronica thinks it's either the carbon canister or the fact that I used the kill switch to turn off the car earlier. Both are good options. We just clear the codes and we're good to head back out. You ready?
Yeah.
Like that initiation, we're gonna get more aggressive with it.
Are you scared you're gonna break your transmission?
No, why?
Dude, limit this f***ing whenever you're going up the bank.
I don't know if you know, literally my foot cannot go any further into the floor.
but you're letting off the clutch too soon. Let your RPMs go higher, and then whenever you get up, you're gonna see that you're gonna have about how many PSI are you running?
Like 25.
Up. More RPM. Whenever you get to a position you like, left foot brake. Just a tad.
Okay.
If you're tired.
Am I out?
Yes.
Okay. With what looks to be a very sad ending to the night, we just put on, I mean just put on a fresh set of tires on this car, and they closed the oval. I don't know if they're gonna reopen it. I'm gonna wait another 5 minutes. If not, we're gonna load up in the trailer and call it a night, which I'm going to be very, very sad.
A few moments later.
All right, so unfortunately, it looks like tonight is going to be a wrap up, but I'm dying. But overall, I would say a very, very successful night. I'm super stoked with how this car drove. Actually, so much more confident going into round 4. We're gonna come back here one more time before we compete, and hopefully that goes just as well as it did today. If you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure you hit the subscribe button. But anyways, I love you all so much, and I'll see you in the next one.